Can I become a professional Mario speedrunner in 7 days? I mean, I've seen some of the Mario speedruns. They can't be that hard, right? Right? 7 days ago, I was mindlessly scrolling YouTube as one does, and I saw this video show up on my recommendation. For those of you who don't know, this is Bubzia. Bubzia is a fucking god. Bubzia beat Super Mario 64 while getting 120 stars blindfolded. As a gamer who hasn't gotten past gold in any game I've ever played, and at the time had an hour and a half, 16-star speedrun, I took this shit personally. So here's my one and only goal. Cement myself permanently on the leaderboards of this iconic game by cutting my speedrun time down from an hour and a half all the way down to 20 minutes. I looked on the leaderboard, and at 20 minutes, there lie my new weekly mortal enemy. Let's begin. Now, watching a master at work can be very deceiving because they can make everything make sense. You can see their lines of reasoning, and if they're really good at what they do, those lines of reasoning can be very easy to follow. Now, when it comes to actually playing the game yourself, well, it's a completely different beast. And I needed a basis to work from to see where I needed to start from where I needed to finish, because the last run I did was over 2 years ago, so I needed to see where I needed to begin this challenge at. Okay, so I would put the footage of the first run right in between this cut and the last video, but I actually lost it. I know. Great fucking start to this video. But all I needed to know is that it went about how you would expect it to go. I got around a 130, which was somehow worse than my run from 2 years ago. But now that I could really see how much time I had to cut off, which was over an hour and 10 minutes, I was starting to get doubtful already on day one. How in the world was I going to cut off an hour and 10 minutes in 7 days from like one of the most cutthroat competitive speedrunning games? I didn't know. And I guess there's only one way to find out, and that was to wait until tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and I have no fucking idea how I'm gonna do this. After a little bit of route changing and route practice, I headed off on a run, desperate to get my time down and my hopes back up. And what do you know? This desolate leap of faith actually kind of paid off a little bit. Actually did so well that I had half the stars needed to beat the run at only 12 minutes. Now, you know, before this looks like a really good run, right? This is deceitful because the latter half, or I believe that means the second half of this run, contains most of the run, as all 3 of the Bowser levels are beaten after you get half the stars. So you know, you need to hold my horses for a second there. The beginner speedrun route that this guy posted a video about recommends you take a little detour and grab these red coins so that we leave the first Bowser stage with 9 stars. But I realized that later on this is probably not the best idea, as trying to get all these coins caused me to straight up void like 6 minutes on a 2.5 minute stage. After about a half an hour of mediocre like let's play gameplay later, not even speedrunning, I get Mario's fat little ass into this pipe. And about now would be a good time to mention that because of my controller, I couldn't move down to the right. I ended the run at a 46:19, tremendously cutting down the time. That's like a 40-minute time loss, which that's huge, but I mean, when you're working in a category where the world record is almost an 1/8 of the time that you have, it's not really great. Of course, though, forgot about a crucial aspect of any challenge that I've faced. You see, where do I put him? This guy right here. You know what his name is? Edward Murphy. You know what he said? This guy, you know what he said? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. This guy? He was not fucking wrong. Minus accidentally deleting the splits from my last PB. Day 3 actually went pretty well. I had a few mess up runs and put into practice to help cut down the times for each individual stage. I ended the day with a nice solid run of 30:32, which although was a big time cut, I explain here why I don't really think that was much of a means of celebration. I'm kind of scared because I only really had 1 or 2 major mess ups, and it was only for about a minute each. I have no idea how I'm gonna get 11 or 10.5 minutes down in 5 days. Day 4, I knew something needed to be done. So I had 3 days of gaming left before this challenge was over, and I was just like kind of barely on track to get a 20-minute run. I was almost falling behind at this point, because I was more than halfway through the run, but I was, I still had a lot of time to cut off. So I hit the pedal to the metal. I started grinding. I wrote down all the things that needed improvement, like entire stages that could have been better improved, such as the Bowser stages, Fire Sea, the Bowser's in the sky, and also like little movements such as like castle movement or this like one tree movement on the Womps, which ended up saving 5 seconds here, 5 seconds there, 5 seconds here, which was really important when I needed to cut down this big amount of time that I had left. It seemed like some of this practice, actually paid off. I had a really juicer run going into Bowser in the Sky at a, cheeky little 25:37. And for reference, a good bits with no deaths and a good Bowser fight with no misses is about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, like, total. So if I didn't mess this up, I could be looking at a nice little 2-minute time drop. Keyword if. Then a few runs later, this happened. And this PB proved to be, to this video, more monumental than I thought it would have been in the moment. So remember this. Then my computer crashed and I couldn't save the splits. Okay, after 4 hours and 40 minutes, the sun is rising right now. It's like 5:30 in the morning. I just hit that run that you just saw and I can't save. I can't save. Control-Alt-Delete. I can't save the run. Is this a sign? Am I being helped? We go in another day with no splits. Just a fourth wall break here. It's out of script. If I ever sound bad, okay? This is how the mic is supposed to sound, right? It sounds normal. It's literally my finger is touching my mouth. My finger is touching my mouth and touching the microphone. It's less than this far away. This way. It's like a half an inch. I feel really pretentious doing this. So I like naturally do this, or it's naturally down here. I mean, look how bad it sounds just from here. There's ever weird moments in this video or other videos to come. It's because I don't want to. You guys like my butterfly? My little butterfly? Here he is. Sorry, back to the video. Day 5 was brutal. I realized that to get any sort of substantial run or PB going after this point, I needed to hit all of the tricks with somewhat high accuracy, had good movement throughout all of the dead time between the stages and in the stages, have good stage movement, and not die a single time. And this realization, I guess, is what kind of threw me, because this day was pretty bad. Okay. So are you gonna be normal or are you gonna be difficult? What, 10 seconds? I mean, average 10 seconds here, there. It's like, oh, fuck you. Wait, where are you throwing? Throwing, it's exactly in the middle. Exactly. 1 in the morning, I can't be doing this shit. Please. Fuck you, you fucking stupid little fucking orb of shit. Sorry. That was big mean words. I literally can't PV anymore. See that? See that every time I skid when I do that? Look at that. Every time I skid, going down to the right is when I can't move. I think I might submit this run. Hello, moderators. Or singular moderator for the Super Mario 64 speedrun.com forum. Fuck, dude. I'm kind of just... It's like, it's gotta be like less than 5. Less than 10. My splits! My splits! My splits! Dude. I keep forgetting. Okay. At this point, is there even a reason to split? That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, I just fucking reset the timer. I'm gonna like have to add in a clock after the fact. I clicked the wrong button. Actually, the fucking worst speedrunner on this website. Spunny's about to own my entire existence. Okay. Yep. 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 Okay. Now something else too. I'm done. I am not going to get sub 20 minutes. It's not possible. I gave up. Tension ruined. At least I gave up on this goal. Wait, that was supposed to sound dramatic. That sounded not. I gave up. At least on this goal. This challenge had really important. This challenge had really taught me, I need to stop writing scripts and just fucking improv everything. This challenge had really taught me the importance of goal setting, and I don't really think I realized how intense going from an hour and 30-minute super noob PB run to a 20-minute run in a week was. I didn't realize how intense that was. But looking back, I'm thankful I set such a concrete goal, because if I had an arbitrary goal, I don't believe I would have gotten as close to 20 minutes. I would just get a better time. I don't think I would have gotten as close to a 20 minutes as if I had set the goal of 20 minutes. But with that being said, it's time for a goal change, okay? The big new goal of this video, in the next 2 days, I'm the only person I'm going to be competing with. So I'm going to beat my PB of 26:09, because compare yourself to yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy. Only compare yourself to your self. Universal message. I'm really hitting all the like points of storytelling in like the worst way possible. In these next 2 days, I'm gonna get 26:09 if it's the last thing I bring myself to do. And with the scuff set up as well as a scuffed will to live, I was on the run of a lifetime. I BLJ'd up these stairs and entered into the final Bowser stage at my fastest time ever, a 22:10, a whole 4 minutes lower than my PB. Remember, a good Bowser in the sky plus a good Bowser fight should take only about 2.5 minutes. I know I said if I'd get a 26:09 or I'd beat it if it was the last thing I did, but I'm ending the challenge. The next day, I think I had to go like babysit the neighbor's dog or something like that. So I really only had like a few hours left to PB, and I went to bed thinking not only had I not beaten the original challenge of 20 minutes, but the most embarrassing part of this was Not that I lost to some random guy from 9 years ago, but that I lost to this guy. And if there's anyone in the world I don't want to lose to, it's this guy. So you know what we're doing next, baby. On the very last day, I found myself in a similar situation. With golds on virtually every split, I was eager to keep this streak going and gold this last split with a flawless Bowser in the sky. I entered into the pipe at not my best time, but with enough time to beat the game with about 30 seconds to spare, so I had to make every second count. I was flying. I mean, in terms of like noob standards, I was flying, but I mean, let me have this, okay? I was popping off. I hit this triple jump that I had lost too many runs to. And he ran through the wind and entered in the tube at 24 minutes and 44 seconds. With a minute and a half left, every single throw counted. This is what happened. Okay, fine. Obviously not. You cannot become a professional speedrunner or a professional anything in 7 days, but you can sure as hell take the first few steps. And if I could say anything to me from 7 days ago, or anyone who is in or was in the situation I was in 7 days ago, it's that you can't become instantly really good at anything, no matter what it is. And to get really good at anything, I want you to know that it takes time, and that's okay. As long as you keep walking, you keep taking those steps, you'll be anywhere you want to be. And you too will be looking back at your old self, wondering how you got this far. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Also, follow the Twitch. I haven't streamed in a year, but I will start streaming.